Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Colorado Rockies rebuild franchise here on MLB The Show 24. Today we're taking on the Baltimore Orioles here from Camden Yards. DL Hall taking the mound. Battle of the southpaws here today. We're going to get our first look at Patrick Sandoval, who enters his first season with our Rockies at 1-0. We'll see him here shortly. But DL Hall, the former Milwaukee Brewer, now his second season in Baltimore, 2-0 in his first two starts. You can't really ask for more than that, but leading it off here today is going to be Luis Robert Jr. in a contract season now, as he's had a very slow start. Going to put him up to the leadoff spot here today against the lefty and see if he can get something done and kind of change the tide in the early goings of this season. Baltimore at 7-6, I believe. The Yankees currently leading the AL East, although Baltimore back-to-back AL East champions. And now the 1-0 here to Robert Jr., as we'll send that against the netting now. 1-1. 1-1 from Hall, as that's going to be swung on and missed. A 97-mile-per-hour fastball right down the plate. We needed to get contact on that. And now the 1-2 going to be sent there to second. And a good glove there as a ground out there from Robert Jr. to start. And we'll take a look here at the Rockies offense. Ryan Mountcastle batting in the 3 spot. 346 on the season here against his former team in his former ballpark. Danny Jansen in the 6 spot, leading the MLB with 20 RBIs. So tremendous production from our catcher, which is oddly enough, you see Adley Rutschman there, the backstop for Baltimore. He is set to hit the free agent market, so we're going to have a strong case to make an aggressive push at him, as Nolan Jones is going to send that into the right field gap as he'll round first, head for second. We might push it for 3, and I think we will, maybe a little too aggressive early on. The relay throw in, and Nolan Jones is sitting duck. We're typically not as aggressive as Saya Suzuki, the right fielder there. Nolan Jones out to dry a couple steps as David Fry does get the tag. So a little overzealous there, as now here's Ryan Mountcastle. Like we said, batting 346, and that would have probably driven in Nolan Jones. Ryan Mountcastle a single to start, going after the first pitch he sees. And now make it 10 straight games, a 10-game hitting streak now for Ryan Mountcastle. Keeping it going here at Camden Yards, obviously very familiar. Spent the first 6 years or so of his career, the first baseman we brought in to replace Pete Alonso, who left for the Dodgers in free agency. The Dodgers a game and a half up on us right now in the NL West, but obviously only about a dozen games into the season. And now here's Eloy Jimenez. Jimenez first pitch swinging, got underneath that one. Not the best placement. Probably should have looked at that. As Suzuki there to record the third and final out. 2 hits allowed here from DL Hall, but nothing to show for the Rockies now heading into the bottom of the first. And here we see Patrick Sandoval signed a 2-year, $22 million contract with a player option for next season. So very well, just could be one and done in Colorado. We'll see how it goes. A 1.93 ERA over his first 2 starts. Went 8 strong with just 1 earned in a win last time out against Arizona. A good strikeout to walk rate. You'll take about 2-1 with most pitchers. Bryce Terang acquired from Milwaukee in a trade that sent Jordan Westberg and Dean Kramer over to Milwaukee, as now we have Terang batting leadoff for Baltimore at just 156, so a very slow start for him as the first pitch from Sandoval gets in there for a strike. Our Rockies at 8-5 on the season enter this game with a 5-game winning streak, looking to keep it going. Another swing and a miss there from Terang, or another strike rather. It's now 0-2. We'll try a off-the-plate slider. That's always so deceptive, as that is chopped foul. That one got more of the plate than we wanted. Now we'll just raise the eye level with the fastball, see if we can beat him with the gas. Here on 0-2, and he looks at that for ball 1. Now let's try to change up down and away. See if we can put him away with that, as that's looked at for strike 3. Patrick Sandoval picking up right where he left off in his last start, as he gets the strikeout to start here. And now here's Sal Frelick, also acquired in that trade with Milwaukee. So we have Terang and Frelick now making up the top of the order for the Baltimore Orioles now. Frelick batting .211, a home run on the season. He and Terang a little disappointing to start. Also, Jackson Holliday was traded to the Detroit Tigers back in year 1. As I've mentioned pretty much every episode how insane the trades are in the show. They really need to fix that going forward. And I don't know for anyone else who has seen any developments on what they're going to be adding to the new game that is going to be released, I guess, at this point in like a month or so. But I didn't see anything that they added to franchise. So for you fellow franchise goers, I think we're just going to get the same exact product like we've been getting from the show for the past decade at this point. So now a full count as that fastball misses high. And we'll just try and put him away with the changeup here. Full count. Here's the payoff pitch. Lefty on lefty. And that's looked at for ball 4. Very close there, but certainly out. A good call there from the umpire, Sandoval. The first base runner he allows is via the walk. And there his Adley Rutschman mentioned we want to make a strong case at him and bring him in as a franchise cornerstone. We are going to have the funds. So I think we're going to be in a spot to bring him in and really complete this roster. As he's going to slap that into right field for a base hit. And they're going to send Frelick to third. Strong throw in from Jones as we get the tag out there at third. Much like we had Nolan Jones stretching the triple or stretching a double into the triple. He was shut down, and this time he's the one to shut down Baltimore. As we have Nick Senzel getting the tag in on Frelick. And now 2 away here in the first. An eventful inning for both sides. As a soft ground ball there to Brendan Rodgers at second. Throw to first there. Now 3 down here in the first as we head to the second inning. Still no score here in Baltimore. Leading it off will be Nick Senzel, really just out there against lefties. Batting .333 so far on the season. Was very good last season, although he did get hurt right before the playoffs. Had to miss the postseason. Now first pitch here swung on and missed a very low slider. Slider misses inside. Now the 1-1. Senzel swung on and missed. On the fastball up and in. Now the 1-2. And Senzel going to get a good rip of that, as that is going to land out there, and that will bounce to the wall, and we'll just stand pat with our double this time. Might have been in a better position to stretch it than our last one. That went all the way into that corner there, little divot there in left center as Nick Senzel, his first double of the season, as that's going to lead off the second inning. So a runner in scoring position here for Danny Jansen, who leads the MLB in RBIs. And Jansen first pitch swinging, foul on that. Also tied for second in the National League with 6 home runs, batting over .300. So probably the best start to his career so far in a season. As like I said, in a contract year, making his case to remain the Rockies catcher. Fouls off another fastball, now in an 0-2 hole. And I'm not sure what we're offering at that for, as Rutschman a strong throw to first. As Jansen strikes out 1 away here in the second now. Up to the plate will be Brendan Rodgers, has dropped in the lineup. And then the 7 as he gets a perfect there. It's going to land over the head of, I believe, Sal Frelick out there in left field as that bounces to the wall. So an RBI double now from Brendan Rodgers. Make it 2 doubles on the inning for Colorado as that throw goes astray. His 3rd double of the season. Rockies jump ahead 1-0 here in the second. Just a perfect swing on that one. That's exactly where you want to put it if you're a right-handed bat. As Brendan Rodgers pumps the fist and gets awarded another RBI. And now here's Ezekiel Tovar batting .325. And of course he hits lefties better than righties, as that is going to be caught out there and right by Suzuki. 2 away now in the second. Now here's the number 9 hitter, Yanquiel Fernandez, batting at .56. So not a good start from him. Now 25 years old, a potential. Really trying to get it together. We really had him slated to be our starting left fielder, but Gavin Lux won that spot. He's been very good. But we'll put Fernandez in the lineup here today, even though he is the lefty, as that curveball just dips in there for strike 1. Now the 1-1 to Fernandez. And so we'll put Goodwood on that one, slapped into left field. And he's on the board with a base hit. That's going to score Brendan Rodgers, as the Rockies double their lead here in the second. Now 2-0. A much-needed hit there for Fernandez. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come, work him out of this slump. As Luis Robert Jr. back up there, he looks at the slider for strike 1. Here's the 1-1. Robert Jr. a good piece on that as he'll hammer that into the corner. That is going to have Fernandez go to third, Robert Jr. going to second. So now 2 away here in the second. 2 men in scoring position. We'll see if Nolan Jones can get it done here. Just the first double of the season for Robert Jr. He has 2 solo shots coming into this one as he rips that right down the line. 112.9 off the bat with a launch angle of over 7 degrees. Nolan Jones, that double in the first, back up here in the second. And we're swinging at the high slider. If that one was a little bit more down, could have done some real damage on that one. Checking the bat for holes. Nolan Jones a 99 clutch rating, so should be able to deliver in this spot. That curveball off the plate, ball 1. Now the 1-2. And Jones, a hard shot on that one. It will go off the wall there in second. And we are just going to have to stand pat with a single there Such a hard rip off the bat. That's going to score 2 more as we double our lead. And now drop 4 here in the top half of the second. Nolan Jones 2 for 2 on the day, 2 RBIs, and already halfway to the cycle. Now here's Ryan Mountcastle, a base hit on the first pitch he saw. And he'll go first pitch swinging again, but that'll be stabbed at short by Gunnar Henderson. As a 4-run inning here from the Rockies, Yanquiel Fernandez got it started with that RBI single. Robert Jr. an RBI as well. Then Nolan Jones 2 RBIs, as already 7 hits for the Rockies. 4-0 heading into the bottom of the second. Seiya Suzuki now leading it off for Baltimore, tied for 3rd in the American League with 13 RBIs. Tremendous run support already for Patrick Sandoval to work with. Starting Suzuki off with a slider, which is swung on and missed. For strike 1, will stick off speed. Go with the changeup now. Suzuki acquired from Chicago, not this past offseason, but the offseason prior. And now the 1-1. A good season last year in Baltimore, now in a contract year. And so swing and miss there at the fastball. We'll go back to it. Now the 1-2 here to Suzuki. And that's looked at for strike 3. The second strikeout now for Sandoval. As both of them backwards Ks, both just looked at. As the first out of the inning here. Now David Fry batting .326, very productive since joining the Baltimore Orioles last season. .937 OPS. And holds it down fairly well there at third base. Can play a variety of positions. As another strike 1 there. Changeup looked at. Now the 1-1 will go with a fastball. And that one going to be struck there to shortstop. Tovar throw to first. And now 2 up, 2 down to start the second for Baltimore. Now here's Colton Cowser. His play has really declined over the course of this franchise. Starting this season batting just .163. A lefty versus lefty matchup here for Sandoval. Swung on and missed there for strike 1. The slider up in the zone in his last game. 0 for 5 with a strikeout. Trying to get back in the hit column. The 0-1 is grounded there to short. Diving stop by Tovar. Throw to first. And Cowser will beat that out. Very good play there by Tovar. Showing the range, the arm strength, but Cowser a little too fast to get there. And we'll get another look at here. Tovar, Gold Glove winner 1 year removed. Trying to get another one here. Still only like 23, 24 years old. Strong throw there to first, but Cowser just beating it out. And now here's Heston Kjerstad. It's been a disappointing go here for him. He was out of the MLB for about 3 seasons. Spent some time there in the minors. Was injured, now fully healthy, but not really producing. Batting just .200 to start. Although he does work a 2-0 count here. As we go back to the fastball, swung and missed. And now the 2-1. Go changeup, swung and missed very low. Chasing that. We'll try getting him with a front door curveball. We haven't whipped this out yet. And that one hangs way up there. As Kjerstad works it full. Try to pull the string here on the full count. And that one, a soft ground ball to short. Tovar, another opportunity here as we will get the out. So 4-0 here after 2. The Baltimore Orioles cannot match the offensive explosion from the Rockies. 4-5-6 due up for Colorado. Here's Eloy Jimenez. 0 for 1 flew out in the first. 4 home runs on the season, among the league leaders in the National League. First pitch here from Hall is going to be swung on and missed. Now the 0-1. And Jimenez a perfect. We're just getting some good wood on these DL Hall pitches, but probably like playing way back that time. He'll catch up to that for out number 1. Now bring up Nick Senzel, now batting .364 with that OPS added 800 even. A double to lead off that second inning. We're going to score a bunch. Going to send that out to right field, right at Suzuki. So quickly 2 away here. Good response from DL Hall after a very heavy second inning, which required a lot of pitches. And now Danny Jansen struck out in the second. A bad swing there on the ball, very low. We'll see if we can do better here, as that'll be looked at for strike 1 on the slider. 3 straight balls, so a 3-1 count now to Danny Jansen. And he'll look at another one, so looking at all 5 pitches so far, and that'll work it full. Here's the payoff pitch with 2 away. As Jansen swung on and missed, so another strikeout here from Danny Jansen. Dale Hall gets a good inning back after that awful second inning. Still 4-0 here in Baltimore. Leading it off will be Xavier Isaac, very young first baseman. One of the best young first basemen in the game, originally with the Tampa Bay Rays organization. Now lands here in Baltimore in the 9 spot. Has a good glove, good overall bat, so a very well-rounded first baseman here. As he looks to move his way up the batting lineup here, batting in the 9 spot. Looks at that fastball for strike one, so now the 1-1 will go back to it. And that will be fouled off. Now 1-2 will try to hit him with the slider off the plate. And that one will be fouled off. And now we'll go changeup. And that one swung on and missed. Xavier Isaac looking filthy. Or Sandoval making him look silly, rather. And that's the third strikeout for Sandoval now. At an even 1 per inning. Unless he can get one more here. Now Bryce Terang as the lineup flips over. Fastball way inside. The 1-0. Go back to the fastball. Grounded to short. Tovar been very busy here. Hard rip there as Terang, 92 speed. You can't be hesitant at all. You just got to be decisive as Tovar gets the ground out there. And now 2 away here for Sal Frelick. A soft ground ball there for Tovar, stretching out for it but can't get it. As Sal Frelick walks in his first plate appearance and now reaches base with a single. Adley Rutschman back up there, batting .275 now after singling in his first plate appearance. I'll keep mentioning it. He's going to be our prize free agent target in this upcoming offseason. Really think, having a catcher of his caliber does wonders for the roster around him. So he'll send it to right field. Nolan Jones giving chase, and that's going to be out number 3. So a third of the way through this ball game. The Rockies, the upper hand so far, getting the best of D.L. Hall as they're still up 4. Brendan Rodgers now to lead us off an RBI double back there in the second, where Rockies, of course, plated 4 runs. Hall at 36 pitches. And that one's going to be sent deep in the first home run here for Brendan Rodgers on this year 4 season. It's been kind of a slump for him in the early goings, but of course hits lefties a little bit better than righties as he takes full advantage now. 2 for 2 on the day. Brendan Rodgers, a home run, a double, 2 RBIs. That one going 456. One of the longest home runs he's ever hit at 114 plus exit velo. It's great to see him getting going. One of the veterans on this team. After this year, we're going to get rid of Ryan McMahon. He's going to be a free agent along there with Kyle Freeland, 2 of the longest tenured Rockies. But after that, Brendan Rodgers probably the most experienced guy, been around the longest. So as we kind of hit the next step in this rebuild, where we're going to try and bring on Adley Rutschman, I think Brendan Rodgers is going to be one of the veteran voices of this team. As now 5-0 Rockies. Tovar swinging and missing there at the changeup as he lined out in his first at-bat. That time swinging at the high fastball, getting under it. As that will head towards the corner, so carrying, and that's going to go off the foul pole, and we go back-to-back here. I did not think that was going to have the carry, and I thought that was going to die out there in left field, but Tovar now his second of the year as we go back-to-back here in the 4th inning. You see Brendan Rodgers there all pumped up as our middle infield touching them all here. And Yanquiel Fernandez up to the plate, our number 9 hitter, but like I said, I did not think that had the carry whatsoever, but it just kept going. And that arc is just absolutely insane as it falls dead set there on the bottom of the foul pole. And with that, D.L. Hall is going to get pulled here. Didn't even make it through 4 innings, 6 earned runs, 2 home runs allowed, as he did not match what he was able to do in his first 2 starts. 2-0 on the season, but certainly in line for his first loss. And there's going to be Jackson Jobe, already 13 2/3 on the year, but lefties just kind of getting the best of him there, batting .333, a 6.59 ERA. And I mentioned how Jackson Holliday was dealt to Detroit back in year 1, but the main piece that Baltimore got back was Jackson Jobe, and he just hasn't really had a good going here so far in Baltimore, as Yanquiel Fernandez looking silly there, swinging a miss at the changeup. That single earlier was just the 2nd hit of the season for Fernandez, as he now falls down 0-2. Luis Medina also up in the pen for Baltimore. And now Fernandez, an 0-2 count here. Still no men out in the 4th inning. And so just protect there, a soft ground ball to first as Jobe comes out, gets an out. Robert Jr. a double and came around to score last time up. Already his 3rd at bat just here in the 4th inning. Colorado getting the best of Baltimore, 6-0. Robert Jr. looking at that for ball 1. It's been a while, I feel like, since we've had a big blowout win. So, I mean, it's far from over, obviously, but some great success early on. You love to see it. We'll skip ahead in this at-bat. A full count now for Robert Jr. And so swing and miss there. So Jackson Jobe, a very good job coming out of the bullpen now, getting a strikeout there, a ground out. And that's exactly what Baltimore needed after D.L. Hall. Not a good start from him. 6 runs allowed, as we said. And 2 quick outs now for Jobe. Now, Nolan Jones 2 for 2 on the day. as he'll send that to center field. So Jackson Jobe comes out, gets the job done, makes light work here of our Rockies, but too big of a deficit maybe for the Orioles to overcome at this point. 6-0 heading into the bottom of the fourth as Rogers and Tovar add home runs. Leading it off now, Gunnar Henderson, batting .375, OPS over 1,000, 1 home run, 10 RBIs, along with Rutschman, the cornerstones of this Baltimore lineup. Kyle Bradish, the ace of this staff at this point, with Felix Bautista at closer, one of the best closers in all of baseball. That is now an 0-2 hole here for Henderson. Trying to finish him off with the slider, as that was a good one, but good discipline there from Henderson not to offer. And now we'll try a change up low and in, as that one not swung on as either. And now the 2-2 evened up here. We'll just try a fastball, beat him with the gas. That swung on and missed for strike 3. Sandoval again keeping that pace with striking out the first batter in the inning. Now make it 4 strikeouts on the day. Saya Suzuki, a previous strikeout victim, 0 for 1. Sandoval at just 43 pitches so far has been pretty economical. And now a quick out there for Suzuki as Nolan Jones catches up to that one, 2 away. Bring up David Fry now, grounded out back in the second. And Sandoval starting to find his form here. Starting with a fastball, as that's going to be fouled off. And we'll go right back to it. That one right down the plate, fouled off as well. Now I think we'll try something fancy. Maybe throw another curveball in there. I think we've only thrown 1 curveball to this point, as that one looked at for ball 1. Go back to the fastball, up and in, just power. Go power there, and again fouled off. Now I think go change up, as he's expecting fastball. It seems like we'll go change up down and away. That swung on for strike 3. Now 5 strikeouts for Sandoval through 4 innings. Absolutely dominant so far through this start. 6-0 still, as we'll have Ryan Mountcastle back up there 1 for 2 with that single in the first, but now facing a right-handed pitcher, Jackson Jobe out there. Offering there at the first one, fouled off. Now a 1-2 for Mountcastle, as that'll be grounded to third. David Fry stabs that one, throws to first. 1 up, 1 down here to start the 5th. Eloy Jimenez 0 for 2, one of the few batters in this Colorado lineup who hasn't gotten in on the action. I want to say he and Danny Jansen, the only batters that are 0 for 2 currently. First pitch here from Jobe will be offered at, fouled off. Now the 1-2. Jimenez, hard ground ball there to third, knocked down by Fry, going to try and make the throw outside the baseline, and it will not make it. So Jimenez now into the hit column. 1 away here, 1 man on. Next end zone now up there, hits lefties dramatically better than he hits righties, so we'll still leave him out there, of course, and see how he can do here against Jackson Jobe. 1 man on here, 1 out. In the top of the 5th, as Senzel will send that foul. A bit ahead there on the changeup. Now the 0-1, as we'll swing and miss at the fastball. So Senzel in a quick 0-2 hole. And we'll offer at that one as well. Knocked into right field for a base hit, as Jimenez will stand pat there at second. So runners now on first and second, still 1 out here in the top of the 5th. As maybe we're chipping away a little bit here at Jackson Jobe. So now Danny Jansen 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, as we'll foul off the curveball. Another 0-2 hole now for Danny Jansen. Just not really in form today, as he just pops that into the first base foul territory, as that'll go for the 2nd out now in the top of the 5th. Brendan Rodgers back up there, homered in his last at-bat, also a double on the day. As Jansen squanders an RBI opportunity, we'll see if Rodgers can pick him up. Rodgers is going to send that to right field. First pitch swinging, and Suzuki settles underneath, makes the play. So Jobe does allow 2 hits, but doesn't allow either to advance to the third base. Now 6-0 still halfway through this one. Leading off will be Colton Cowser, just barely beat out a throw there from Tovar in his first at-bat there for a base hit. Start him off with a slider, that one inside for ball 1. Just give him the fastball. Now 50 pitches into this outing for Sandoval, as that fastball misses low. Now we'll try up and in on him. The 2-0. And that one called strike 1. We'll take it. Not the best call there from the umpire, but to our benefit. Now 2-1. We'll try a changeup. Swung on and missed. So now Sandoval in the driver's seat. Go back to the fastball here on 2-2. And that's 3 or 4 now straight innings where Sandoval has struck out the first batter in the inning. Now 6 total strikeouts on the day, just completely in command here. His 3rd start as a member of the Colorado Rockies. And now into the 5th inning. He's absolutely dominating this Baltimore lineup. First pitch there to Kjerstad, fouled off. 0-1 here. We'll go with the slider. Work that back into the mix as that goes wide for ball 1. Evened up 1-1. We'll go back fastball. That one fouled off again. So, again, Sandoval, a pitcher's friendly count. I think we'll try to work the curveball in there. I want to get at least 1 strikeout with this curveball. And that will not be it, though. Blooped out to left field. Fernandez giving chase. He will catch up to it and make the 2nd out of the inning. Now, Xavier Isaac back out there, batting just barely over 200 now. Struck out in his first plate appearance. Lefty on lefty. We'll go slider. As that's called ball 1, but certainly got the better part of the outside quadrant as they get a call back that time. But we'll take the fastball now, 1-1, and we'll just go back to the fastball. That one called ball 2, just misses low. And we'll stick with it, though. Try and raise it a little bit here on 2-1. And that one does go lower than we wanted, but fouled off now, a 2-2 count. And we'll try to hit Isaac with the changeup again. I think that's what we got him with last time. And that one going to be fouled off. 2-2, we'll just go back to the fastball as that's going to be fouled off again. So quite the battle now developing between Sandoval and Isaac. Now make it pitch number 7. We'll try the slider away, see if we can get him chasing, as that's going to be swung on to miss. Strike 3 as Sandoval adds another now 7 strikeouts for him on cruise control. Now more than halfway through this one, still 6-0 Rockies. Ezequiel Tovar to lead it off, homered in his last at-bat, going back-to-back with Brendan Rodgers. First pitch swing there, fouls off a fastball. Tovar, one of the younger shortstops in the game, but still with plenty of experience at this point. I think 5 full seasons now under his belt and still only 25, 26 years old. Now make it 1-2. As that'll be looked at for strike 3. A spot you probably have to protect, but those calls have gone either way with this umpire as Tovar strikes out looking to start the 6th. So Jackson Jobe, a very good relief effort out of the pen, eating up some innings, mowing down the batters. As now Yanko Fernandez back up there, looks at ball 1. Skip ahead in this at-bat to Fernandez. Now a full count. Here's the payoff pitch. As that will be fouled off, so still alive here. As we'll do it again. Fernandez, a ground ball there to first, and that's going to be played by Isaac, who steps on the bag there for the 2nd out. The lineup turns over again for Colorado. Luis Robert Jr. back up there, just 1 for 3. With that double back in the 2nd, I believe it was. First pitch from Jobe going to be fouled off. Now the 1-2. And swung on and missed for strike 3. Jackson Jobe, kind of like Sandoval, on cruise control at this point. It's a shame for Baltimore they didn't just go with Jobe to start it here, as the top of the order is due up for the Orioles, as they still face a 6-run deficit. Bryce Terang to lead it off, now 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. Baltimore desperate to get something going with the way Jobe has been able to hold it down on the mound. You would kind of hope that their offense can respond and get some momentum going. Now here in the bottom of the 6th, a 6-0 ball game here for the Rockies as they're searching for win number 6 in a row here. Now another 0-2 count here to Terang. That's going to be looked at for strike 3 as Sandoval, the theme continues of mowing down the first batter he faces in the inning, which really sets the tone for the batters to come. As that one looked at for strike 3, that call, up there, probably more outside the zone, but it's been going either way here, so you got to be prepared to at least protect with 2 strikes. Now Sal Frelick on up to the plate, excuse me, as he looks at strike 1. The slider tucked in there, now 0-1. Go to the fastball, as that's going to be chopped to first base, Mountcastle Fields. And now 2 quick outs here to start the 6th inning. I'm not sure what the number is, but I'm going to say Sandoval is now set down at least 10 batters in a row, double digits. Although a tough matchup here in Adley Rutschman as that first pitch fastball off the plate. Now the 1-0, go back to it. Swung on and missed. So even up 1-1 Sandoval. Now his stamina into the yellow. Try off speed here. 1-1 grounded to short. Tovar going to field deep in the hole as he fires to first and gets the out. As he's been playing phenomenal short here today, really aiding the efforts of Sandoval. As now 2/3 of the way through here, 6-0 Rockies, 2-3-4 due up. Nolan Jones 2 for 3, a double, a single, 2 RBIs. So kick things off here in the 7th inning. Jackson Jobe still out there. As the first pitch swing there, he grounded to first as Isaac will flip it there to Jobe One pitch, one away here to start the 7th. All right, Mountcastle 1 for 3, singled back in the first, but nothing doing after that. One away here in the top of the 7th. And so he'll foul that. And now a 1-2 count. As Mountcastle swung on and missed, so not sure what it is with Jackson Joe, but he's certainly had our number now. 4 strikeouts for him into his 3rd inning of work, I want to say. As he's had a really good run. I think just 2 hits allowed earlier, but other than that, has retired every other batter he's faced. And now 2 away. Here's Eloy Jimenez. And so he'll swing on. That one fouled off. And I want to say Jimenez a single in his last at-bat, but he may have been the last base runner we've had. As that one, borderline call, goes in our favor, 1-1 now. Now make it 2-2. As Jimenez will put that into play. That might drop for a base hit, as it does. And now back-to-back hits for Jimenez. And back-to-back at-bats. Now 1 man on here, 2 away in the 7th. And that will bring up Nick Senzel. As I think he doubled in his last at-bat, or singled, doubled back in the 2nd. But either way, he is 2 for 3. First pitch swinging at the changeup. Swung on and missed. And now a 2-2 count for Senzel. As that'll be sent out there to Suzuki in right. Settles underneath on the move there. Makes the play. As it's now time to stretch here in Baltimore, but not much to stretch about, not much to be excited about if you're a home fan here. Facing a big deficit, but still 9 outs to work with. Got to make the most of them. Gunnar Henderson, Sai Suzuki, David Fry due up as we see Gunnar Henderson here. 0 for 2 in this game. We're going to try and spark the offense. 9 outs to work with, just a 6-run deficit. Not the worst if you can get hot here. Although Sandoval has been absolutely dominant. What is he up to? 7 strikeouts now? As he gets Henderson 0-2. So let's see if we can keep the theme going as we start the inning with strikeouts. 0-2 here in the bottom of the 7th, and swung on and missed. We keep it going. That's got to be 6 or 7 consecutive innings, and now make it 9 strikeouts for Sandoval, just toying with these batters. I'm not sure how many retired in a row, but it's got to be at least a dozen, I would think, at this point. As he gets the fastball in there for strike 1. Now just being super aggressive. You have a big lead, and they kind of have minimal outs. As Suzuki there up the middle off Sandoval, and that is going to go for a base hit, so that breaks the streak of batters retired consecutively. And Sandoval taking to a knee here. Probably going to be all right. And say as Suzuki reaches on that single. There's Kevin Cash just to check after his pitcher. As Sandoval is going to tough it out and stay on the mound. We'll see if he can at least get to the end of this 7th inning. David Fry up as he looks at strike 1. Now we'll go to the changeup down, although that kind of over the heart of the plate a little bit more than we want. And now the 0-2, try a slider. And that one chopped foul. Trying a curveball now away. And that looked at for ball 1. So we'll just go back to a low fastball. Try and get a double play ball. Fouled off. We'll go back to, we haven't thrown a single 2-seamer in this game. We'll go first time here. As that one inside, ball 2 now. So I think we'll just go to the 4-seamer now. And that one looked at for ball 3. So being a little more, showing a little more restraint in the spot. Not being as aggressive. We'll try a changeup now. Here on 3-2, and David Fry works the walk. So 2 men on now for Baltimore, just 1 away. And it might be time to get someone up and moving in the bullpen. Sandoval now at 86 pitches, but very low on energy. Try Kowser with a slider here. Really want a double play ball against the lefty. Suzuki on second, David Fry on first, and that slider low, I'm sorry, the fastball low. I'll just try the slider again here, 1-1. And that one fouled off, so Sandoval again in the driver's seat. Stick with the off-speed, go with the changeup. And that's going to be in there for strike 3. Now make it double-digit strikeouts for Sandoval. 1 out away now from working through 7 strong innings. And here's Heston Kjerstad, 0 for 2 in this game. Lefty on lefty. That one looked at for strike 1. And we'll go right back to the fastball. And that one fouled off, so again Sandoval in an 0-2 advantage. We'll just try and get him chasing a changeup down, as that'll be fouled off. Now we'll try the slider, as that'll be fouled off again. And now what about the fastball? That's going to be looked at for strike 3, 11 strikeouts, and I think we've seen the last here of Sandoval. We don't want to push it, so it's going to be 7 scoreless innings for Sandoval. Another very good start for him, and this will end with 11 strikeouts. Still 6-0 Rockies, as they're going to go to Lucas Sims. We signed him in the year 1 offseason. He spent just 1 season in Colorado, and now on to his 2nd season with the Orioles. A good start to this year 4 season at a 1.69 ERA. righties hitting just there at like 150 against him, as Danny Jansen, his former catcher, is going to be on to lead off the 8th inning. Jansen, the only hitter without a hit in this Rockies lineup, probably his last chance, as he's way out in front on that slurve. Nasty work there from Sims, making Jansen look silly. Now the 0-1, and Jansen, a ground ball there to short, so he will not get in the hit column here. Excuse me there on the voice crack, as one away here for Sims. Brendan Rodgers back up there, a home run, a double, 2 RBIs in this game for him. Good to see him get some impact here. We'll skip ahead here now. A full count to Rodgers. Here's the payoff pitch from Lucas Sims, as that'll be popped out there to right field. Suzuki going to settle underneath. Now 2 away here in the 8th. Just 4 outs remaining for this Rockies offense. I thought we might reach 10 runs in this one, but probably not the case at this point. We pretty much got it all at once, and then our offense just went kind of stagnant. But the Baltimore bullpen, very good efforts. And then here's Tovar with 2 outs here in the 8th. Swinging at that first one, rolls it over there to short. As we'll now head to the bottom of the 8th. The Rockies still a commanding lead here, although Baltimore's lineup about to turn over. Now on the pitch for Colorado is going to be Gregory Soto, his first appearance of the season. His second season with the Rockies last year, 3.11 ERA in 60 games. The former Baltimore Oriole plays second fiddle to Lucas Gilbreth as our middle relief lefties. But he doesn't really get much run in the Sims for whatever reason, so got to work him in on our own time here in this one. First pitch there to Xavier Isaac, inside for ball 1, as we do get the strike that time. Now the one where we'll stick with the sinker, as that one misses low. Now we'll try the fastball, as that will be sent out to center field. Luis Robert Jr. giving chase, settles underneath, and makes the play there for out number 1. Bryce Terang back out there. Very good speed at the top of the Baltimore lineup, but just has not had any production. Again, the sinker misses for ball 1. Go back to it on 1-0, sent there to short, as Tovar stabs that one. So 2 quick outs here for Gregory Soto. And this is the first outing of his campaign. Another lefty up for Baltimore, Sal Frelick, 1 for 2. Here's the 1-0. Fastball misses inside. 101 miles per hour there on the fastball. Soto just brings dominant velocity and break, just dominant stuff overall, but just needs to harness it a little bit better, as we do get the sinker in there for strike 1. And now the 3-1. We get the call again there at the top of the zone. And now full count here. We'll go change up, as that'll be looked at for ball 4. So Sal Frelick works 2 walks in this game, and it's a single as well. Really getting that OBP up there. Now here's Adley Rutschman with a runner on first. We don't get the call. And now the 1-0. Swung on and missed there, 101, as Rutschman could not catch up to it. We'll go back to it, as that's going to be sent to left field to Fernandez, who gets there. So just one more inning here from Baltimore. The Orioles have not shown any counter punch to the Rockies here. Still 6-0 heading into the final frame. Yankel Fernandez, 1 for 3. Good to see him get that RBI single earlier, but let's make it a multi-hit performance. Although here in an 0-2 hole, see if we can counter, as Fernandez will send it to left field. Sal Frelick giving chase, and so catch up to that one for out number 1. The lineup turns over for Colorado. We'll see if Luis Robert Jr. can make it a multi-hit performance. 1 for 4 on the day with a double earlier. I believe that one went right down the line, if I recall correctly. First pitch there, looked at for ball 1. And Robert Jr. works the count full, so another full count here. Here's the payoff pitch from Sims, as Robert Jr. fouls it off, staying alive, and we'll do it again. That time, Robert Jr. slapping that out to right field. Reaches the wall. They're going to round first, try and get it, make a double out of this. Suzuki, a strong throw in, as that offline to Robert Jr. make it 2 doubles on the day for him now, trying to raise that average. Enter this game with 0 doubles, but we'll take 2, as now a runner in scoring position, trying to add 1 more. Here's Nolan Jones, 2 for 4, a single and a double on the day. Nice little first pitch swing at that one. A perfect rip there to second. But a strong play by the second baseman, as that's going to go for out number 2. So Ryan Mountcastle, another chance here to add another hit. Nolan Jones absolutely robbed that time. 115 off the bat, and it goes for an out. Ryan Mountcastle swinging a miss there on the 0-0. And now the 3-1. As Mountcastle, a ground ball there to second field there, and that's going to be out number 3. So 3 more outs to work with here for Baltimore. They need to rewrite a 6-run deficit heading into the bottom of the 9th. 4-5-6 due up. Gunnar Henderson looking to get into the hit column. 0 for 3 on the day. It's been a very good start to his season. Trying to get a spark going. A first pitch ground ball there to third is Nick Senzel. We have not seen him at all there on defense. The first play he's been forced to make. 1 pitch, 1 out here. As that brings up Seiya Suzuki. And that first pitch sinker looked at for strike 1. We'll go back to it. As that's going to be grounded there to first. So 2 quick outs here to start the 9th inning now, down to the final out. Let's see if Baltimore can at least get 1 run on the board. It all comes down to David Fry at this point, as that's going to be sent out to left field. And that'll be over the head of Yanquiel Fernandez. So still some hope here for the Orioles, as David Fry, a 2-out double. And that's going to bring up the number 7 hitter here. And that will be Colton Cowser. See if Soto can just put him down, end this game with the no runs allowed, as he will foul that off. Going to be 1-1. Go back to the fastball, as that's going to be swung on and missed. Another Orioles down to their final out. And we'll just go back fastball, as that's going to be popped up foul. Now we'll try the slider, as that'll be fouled off as well. And now we'll just try and put him away with the fastball. And again, fouling it off, so Colton Cowser really battling here. And now what if we try and work in the changeup? And that's going to be looked at for ball 2. So now 2-2. And still again, just try and put him away with the fastball. That's going to be fouled off again, as we're up to now 9. This is going to be the 9th pitch in this at-bat. Soto, and that one just misses. Good eye from Cowser. Really making Soto work, but we're just going to go back to the fastball here on the full count. That's going to be strike 3 looked at. A very good battle there by Cowser, battling to the very last strike, but Gregory Soto, 2 strong innings in his first appearance of the season, as Patrick Sandoval stole the show. 7 shutout innings with 11 strikeouts, as he's now 2-0 in his Rockies tenure to start. Gregory Soto, a good performance from him. DL Hall catches his first loss of the season. It really only took those 2 innings where we were able to put together 4 runs, and then we had back-to-back home runs there in the 4th inning, I believe it was. As you know, just those 2 innings were enough, as our offense didn't provide much the rest of the way, but that's all it took, as our Rockies now winners in 6 straight. Player of the game is going to be Patrick Sandoval, as you would expect. Just 6 base runners allowed, 4 hits, 2 walks, 11 strikeouts. Brendan Rodgers 2 for 4, a home run double, 2 RBIs. Tovar 1 for 4 with a home run. Nolan Jones 2 for 5 with a double, 2 RBIs. And Luis Robert Jr. 2 for 5, 2 doubles, and a run scored. So with that, we'll now sim ahead a couple weeks here. We do want to get through this Year 4 season pretty quickly. I think next episode, we're just going to do a sim-heavy episode, maybe simulate through the entirety of May, really work towards the MLB draft, the All-Star game, and all that. But for now, we're still here in April, as I did go ahead and play Game 2 here against Baltimore offline. We fell 2-1 as our 6-game winning streak is snapped. Danny Jansen was 3 for 4. Ezekiel Tovar 2 for 4. Along there with Luis Robert Jr., who had a solo home run. Jack Flaherty 6 innings with 2 earned runs, 6 strikeouts. And Lucas Gilbreth and Phil Maton, 2 scoreless innings combined there out of the pen. So now Game 3 here against Baltimore, we'll have Max Friedon, who's 2-0, against Kyle Bradish, who's also 2-0 here, the rubber match, as we take that one 6-1 back in the win column, as we had home runs from Nolan Jones, Eloy Jimenez, Luis Robert Jr., Ryan McMahon, as Jimenez had 4 hits. He went 4 for 5. Tovar, another multi-hit game. He's now batting .346. Max Fried now 3-0. 8 innings, just 1 earned run. Brusdar Graterol, a scoreless inning, as we take the rubber match there. Now a 3-game set here on the road against Philadelphia. We'll have Dustin May on against Zach Wheeler, as we're up 9-1 here in the top of the 9th. Nolan Jones a triple short of the cycle, as we'll just simulate to the end. We won 9-1, so I don't think he got the cycle. But Gavin Lux 2 for 5 with a double and a triple. Nolan Jones 3 for 5, a triple short of the cycle. Nick Senzel also 3 hits for him, along with a home run. Now Luis Robert Jr. has homered in 3 straight games. Dustin May almost a complete game, just 1 out short. Went 8 2/3, just 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts. Phil Maton comes on to record that last out, as our Rockies now winners in 8 out of 9. Aaron Savali on against Mika Bell, as it is 4-3 here in the top of the 9th. Joel Pyam's on for the save. We'll see if we can force the blown save. As we do not, we fall here 4-3. Only 3 hits total, 2 of them from Yanquiel Fernandez. He had a double. Gavin Lux a home run. 5 innings from Aaron Savali, 4 earned runs. Then Kyle Freeland, 3 scoreless out of the pen. He's been phenomenal here in his new long relief role. Another rubber match here. We'll have Patrick Sandoval on against Jacob Junis, as we fall there 8-1. So we lose that series against Philadelphia despite taking Game 1. Rodgers and Lux each with 2 hits. Sandoval 6 earned in 3 1/3, so his worst start by far as a Rocky. 4 1/3 from Taj Bradley, 2 earned, and then just 1 out there for Brusdar Graterol. And now we'll just finish out this week. We have a 4-game set here against the Dodgers. Game 1 here, Jack Flaherty on against Tony Gonsolin as Ken Hughes on for the save. The tying run on first as we do hold on there for the win and the save. Ken Hughes, he hasn't been that great to start the season, but good to see him bounce back here against the Dodgers, who we are currently tied with now in the NL West. 20 games into this season. Ryan Mountcastle 3 for 4. Eloy Jimenez 2 for 4. Ezekiel Tovar 2 for 3. Still batting over 300. Might be time to move him up the lineup. Mountcastle homered. Jack Flaherty not the best outing. 4 innings. Just 1 earned run though, but the 5 walks really did him in. Kyle Freeland 3 innings. Allowed his first earned run, gets the win. John Curtis, a scoreless inning, gets the hold, and Ken Hughes his 3rd save of the season. As it's great to see us defeat the Dodgers in our first game with them this season. Of course, they outed us in the NLDS last season. Now have Max Fried on against Shohei Ohtani. Max Fried 3-0, Ohtani 3-1. Something's got to give here as we get another win here, 8-5. Kyle Freeland, his 2nd win of the season. We had home runs from Mountcastle, McMahon, a bunch of doubles. Mountcastle 2 for 5, still batting over 300. Nolan Jones 3 for 3 with 2 walks, reach base every single time. Jimenez 3 for 4. Fernandez 2 for 4. His average now up over 200. Max Fried 5 innings, 5 hits, 5 earned, only 1 strikeout. Did not record a decision. Kyle Freeland 2 scoreless innings. Still keeping up that dominant pitching out of the bullpen. I think we needed 9 wins on the season for him to hit 100 in his career, so about a 1/4 of the way there already. Gregory Soto scoreless inning, and Ken Hughes another save for him, his 4th on the year, as we continue to play pretty good baseball here in April. So far a record of 10-4 in the month, and back-to-back wins against the Dodgers. You love that. But here to close the episode, we'll have Dustin May on against his former team, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto pitched a tremendous Game 5 last year, which eliminated us from that NLDS, whereas the Dodgers would go on to win the World Series. So we'll see how May can pitch here against his former team. Mookie Betts on to lead it off as he strikes out Riley Green, ground out. Now Shohei Ohtani, a 2-out walk. Here's Pete Alonso. 7 home runs already for him on the season as he signs with the Dodgers, and he strikes out there. Now bottom of the first, Gavin Lux, a line out. 1-out walk there from Nolan Jones. A walk from Ryan Mountcastle. So now 2 men on for Eloy Jimenez, batting .337 with 5 home runs. He strikes out Luis Robert Jr. 5 home runs, 5 RBIs. So every time he's driven in a run, it's been by way of solo home run. That time he walks. So 3 walks in this first inning for Yamamoto. And now Ryan McMahon up with the bases loaded. He flies out. So crisis averted there for Yamamoto. Now top of the second. A solo shot there from James Outman to lead it off. Ramon Urias strikeout. Trey Sweeney ground out. And Cartaya a flyout. So Dustin May responds well. Sets down 3 in order after that home run. A leadoff walk from Brendan Rodgers. Runner thrown out trying to go to third as Danny Jansen, the first hit for the Rockies. Now Tovar up as he strikes out. Lineup turns over. And a flyout there from Gavin Lux. Now top of the third. Fly out, pop up, pop up. So 1, 2, 3 there from Dustin May. Now Nolan Jones to lead it off. He strikes out. Mountcastle strikes out. And Jimenez grounds out. Now top of the fourth, Shohei Ohtani up. He gets a leadoff single. Fielder's choice there from Alonso. Now James Outman a single. Now 2 for 2. Fly out. So two outs here. Alonso on second. Outman on first with Trey Sweeney up. And he singles. So the base is loaded now for Diego Cartaya. And he strikes out. Bottom of the fourth now. And still nothing doing for the Rockies. Another 1, 2, 3 inning now here into the top of the fifth. And Dustin May, a 1, 2, 3 inning of his own. As Danny Jansen now up. The only hit so far for the Rockies. He strikes out. And another 1, 2, 3 inning now. Top of the sixth, Shohei Ohtani flies out. Alonso flies out. And a Outman strikeout. So both of these pitchers kind of on cruise control at this point as Nolan Jones evens it up there with a solo shot of his own to lead off the bottom of the sixth. A double there from Eloy Jimenez. Now here's Luis Robert Jr. And now Ryan McMahon after a flyout single. So now runners on the corners here for Brendan Rodgers as he grounds out. So now tied up still here going into the top of the seventh. Leave out Dustin May there. A leadoff double to Ramon Urias. A flyout. Now Diego Cartaya a strikeout. So 2 away here in the top of the seventh. Go ahead run on second as DePaula flies out. Now bottom of the seventh. Time to stretch here in Colorado. As another 1, 2, 3 inning now into the eighth inning. Dustin May, I think we'll leave him out there for now. Although he starts up a single there to Betts, gets a pop out there to Riley Green. Now here's Shohei Ohtani as Betts does steal second. So I think we'll pitch around Ohtani in this spot, which he does work a walk. So now here's Pete Alonso. I think we'll go to the bullpen now with 1 out here in the top of the eighth, 2 men on. I think we'll go to Brusdar Graterol, the former Dodger. He has a really good clutch rating now with the runner on second. He gets a pop up there to Alonso. Now James Outman, a 2-run double as Gratterall just could not get out of the inning. So 3-1 now Dodgers, bottom of the 8th. Yamamoto still out there, gets a 1-2-3 inning. Now top of 9, an error there allows Diego Cartaya to reach base. Strikeout now. Mookie Betts up as the lineup turns over. A sac bunt there. Weird strategy to get Cartaya now on second. Riley Green, a ground out. So bottom of the 9th. And they're going to bring in A.J. Minter for the save. Evan Phillips signed a huge contract to go to the Texas Rangers. So now A.J. Minter, the closer here for Los Angeles. A leadoff single from Luis Robert Jr. And now with a lefty on the mound, we'll pinch hit here. We'll bring in Nick Senzel, batting .364 on the season. We'll even go hit and run here as we do get the single. So now runners on the corners. Tying run on first now for Brendan Rodgers as he grounds into a fielder's choice. So Danny Jansen now up there as he gets a sac fly. So 2 outs now. Tying run on first. I think we'll go to a pinch runner. Bring out Michael Tolio, see if Tovar can get his first hit of the day. So he does get a single. So now runners on first and second here for Gavin Lux, and he grounds out. So some late drama in this game as the Dodgers take game 3 of this 4-game set. Our Rockies still a game ahead now in the NL West at 13-9. A run differential of plus 46. You love to see that. 105 runs scored, only 59 runs allowed, which actually is the lowest mark in the entire league. So our pitching very, very good so far. Our hitting good as well. But we have gone a little dormant at times. But with that, this is where I'm going to leave you, folks. Thank you so much for watching. It was a good episode. We had a nice game there against Baltimore. We came out with a win, advanced a little bit here into this Year 4 season where we've had some good success early on. Currently leading the division as Jansen and Jones leading our team with 6 home runs, 5 for Mountcastle, Jimenez, Robert Jr., 4 for Ryan McMahon. As our free agent signings from this past offseason have really been performing well so far. But as I said, I think next episode we'll go sim heavy and really work our way into this Year 4 season. Of course, the new game is set to release here in the next month or so. So I would definitely like to get 5 seasons under our belt until we start up a new series on MLB The Show 25. But as always, everybody, it's been real and be well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.